And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sideline. And now, a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets.
And for that game against the Hawks, it's one that should be a fun contest. The way the teams stack up against each other makes for some good basketball.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. And for the Hawks, the front court is Shea and Johnson. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the center position. And it's the Hawks to start out. Coming into this game, Stan, it's clear who the media thinks will win. We've been reading about it and hearing about it for the last couple days.
Yeah, but Kevin, you know, none of us in the media know what we're talking about. It's just a lot of speculation. And look, it's a cliche, but it's also true. The games aren't won on paper, they're won out on the court, and anyone in the NBA can beat anyone else on a given night.
Which makes me look forward to this one.
Absolutely.
And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Shea wide open. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Inside. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
Young for three, and he's good on the three ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Yeah, I love watching Tatum compete like this. Getting his revenge with the three of his own.
Back to Young. Lets the three fly. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Stolen by Tatum. Goes up. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Tatum's got 9 points.
And just a solid way to start the game, 4-5.
Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
Left side, Brown. Here's Porzingis. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Hawks trail by 6. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
See some stats for Tatum. Coming off a terrific season, putting in about 27 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Well, it's because he's someone that understands his role. He plays with confidence and helps provide stability when he's on the floor.
Celtics on D. 6-point lead. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Launches a three. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Atlanta's gone just 1 of 4 from 3-point range here in the first. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
Now here's Tatum. Following the missed shot by Onyeka Okongwu. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. He talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. He said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Now we have a chance. Let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. The Celtics second.
Well, the commitment they brought to the boards is evident in those numbers. Rebounding's never a glamour stat, but it wins you games.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 16-7 run. Pritchard passes to Brown. Horford sets a screen for Brown. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Bogdanovich finds Johnson. 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Puffkin. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. And for Atlanta, they come in off a good outing against New Orleans.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
And how about his athleticism for a big man? Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Brown outside. Pass to Cornette. And that one is stuffed right through.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Boston?
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Young and Bogdanovich are the guards. DeAndre Hunter out there with Nance, and it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. Pass to Young. Rebound, Boston. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And missed free throws are killers, especially when you consider how many they missed. Hopefully, they stay late to practice after that one.
Hawks trail by 11. Well, Coach, Boston has been so close to that 18th NBA championship banner, finally able to win the title last season.
Yeah, they've been to the conference finals 6 times in the last 8 years. Lost in the 2022 finals. They got over the top with 2 additions. Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those guys really help.
And the focus Bogdanovich has is tremendous. Able to take on contact and still convert.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
You know, these last few years, Stan, Atlanta has been outstanding on the offensive end. But boy, have they struggled on defense.
Yeah, and I just don't know if they can go to where they want to go unless they can just develop at least an average defense, and they haven't even been close to that.
And I know we've not seen a champion who is only one or the other. I mean, you've got to be a little bit of both, correct?
Yeah, Kevin, most of our champions, as you know, have been in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating.
And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Count that one.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
The Hawks trail by 10. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. This summer, we saw the NBA break up its draft into 2 days. The next idea, a bigger break between the draft and the start of free agency. The common thread is giving front offices more time to strategize around these highly consequential decision periods in the NBA calendar. Kevin?
Interesting, D.A. Thank you.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, sometimes this seems too easy for Capella. The hoop is right there for him.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Jalen Johnson comes in for Nance. Reza Shea, he's checked in for Hunter. And Daniels subbed in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
This is goes to Drew Holiday.
The Hawks trail by 10, and Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it. Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
And Young, here we go. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Young's got his second basket of the night.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And here's Brown outside, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Here's Reza Shea. He's covered by Brown. And last season, Jalen Johnson saw a huge leap in playing time and his production.
Yeah, look, he was one of the most improved players in this league. You know, came in as a great athlete, but then has really learned how to play the game, how to get to high percentage shots, how to get on the glass, and especially how to defend.
Yeah, his improvement has been off the charts.
Sure has.
And that one falls for Johnson. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Hunter's checked in for Trae Young. He doesn't get the second one. You know, Stan, it seems like the Hawks have been close to taking that next step now for a couple of years.
It does, Kevin, but we're still waiting, unfortunately. There's talent there, but it hasn't translated into sustained postseason success.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
And that one falls for Tatum.
Well, it's so impressive how Jason Tatum has just continued to strengthen his game. He's a star who isn't easily satisfied by his own play and always wants to do more.
And so Tatum nails them both.
And looking at Tatum's game, you know, he really doesn't have a weakness. He can give it to you in a variety of ways.
Hunter, no one around him. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Hunter's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And 101 left in the first half of basketball. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. 6 points for Porzingis.
Expertly executed pick and roll by Porzingis, dropping into a good scoring position right off the screen.
Here is Daniels. Still yet to score. Out to the right wing. Now Reza Shea. Back to Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Goes up on the wing. And Tatum pulls it down.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brown. Rebound by the Hawks.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
There's the three. Another three for Atlanta. Brown deciding where to go with it. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Boston in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, they came at you offensively, so what has to change for you defensively?
Well, a lot, obviously, with everybody on the floor. You know, they're capable of doing this, but we're not. It's just too easy.
Got to tighten things up as we go along. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
You look at the Celtics. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things, and I gotta say they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I gotta say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the Celtics.
The offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
Yo, that being said, Shaq, you can't get complacent. Got to keep stepping on that gas pedal.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Well, that's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
This league, Stan, is so deep with talent. Are there any players who you think get overlooked in the conversation?
That's a great question, Kevin. I mean, there are some guys who I think get underrated because they play with other guys who are so talented and draw the attention. One guy that I have really seen lately that I think has been better than people think is Grayson Allen. The best three-point shooter, or one of the best three-point shooters in the NBA, and a very underrated defender.
And he's evolving, isn't he? Looks like he's working on other parts of his game, but he's always been able to shoot, which has been his calling card.
And he's a much more athletic guy than people give him credit for.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot.
Well, Ricochet has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
The kick out to Tatum. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. There's Tatum's range on display.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
To the paint. Here's Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Ricochet.
And Brown doesn't mind getting roughed up on the way up. In fact, he embraces it.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And the second free throw, good.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Checking out the numbers for Young. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged 25 points per game last season, 10 assists and 2 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
90 seconds now into the second half.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. I've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. DA, thank you. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. the Celtics' second.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
And Boston has possession. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. That game marks the first half of a quick two-game homestand. Tatum gets it to go inside.
Well, look, you're talking about one of the more dynamic scorers in this league. Jason Tatum putting on a show.
The Hawks trail by 11. Young with the ball. He's got 5. Okongwu with a screen on Howard. Young, no good. For Boston, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Coach Derek White spent his first 4.5 seasons with the Spurs and Coach Greg Popovich, who did a lot to boost his confidence.
Yeah, Kevin, White was a late first-round pick. He's a humble guy, very hardworking. I don't even think he realized he could be this good. Yeah, look, that's a Drew Holiday special, turning defense into offense.
Pass to Rizachet. In the corner, Daniels.
2 minutes.
And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Well, Daniels is a tall guard. He can get up with the best of them.
Brown outside. This one for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Daniels. White covering. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. Daniels has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Tatum. Through contact. Tatum.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Rizachet. Matthews, he's checked in for Daniels. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Trae Young. Here's Bogdanovic. 5 points in the game. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Horford with a screen on Matthews. No coverage that time. Brown's got 11.
Great call having Brown run pick and roll. He is so confident with the ball in his hands.
Knocks it loose. There's 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts it up from 15. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 13 points in the game.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Johnson against Horford. Not a hand on it. Brown outside. Picked by Horford. 1 second left. And so it's the Boston Celtics feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Trailing by 17. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Outside, the wings are Bogdanovich and Hunter. Hands out there with Clint Capella. And it's Young in at the point. A 3 from Bogdanovich. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 4th rebound in this one. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But do you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet? There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Back to Hunter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
From right in close, DeAndre Hunter.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Daniels checked in for the Hawks. Drew Holiday's checked in for the Celtics. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. He told them, don't look at the scoreboard. We have to play like we're tied. They want their team to sustain that level of effort, and we'll see how it works out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Celtics leading by 12. Here's Pritchard. Rebound, Atlanta. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Daniels. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game. Boston's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And Capella sends it back.
Well, you can't take those kind of shots around the shot blocker like Capella. You're just playing with fire at that point.
And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Johnson comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Reza Shea in for Bogdanovich. Celtics have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Outside Tatum. There's a good screen to the inside. To the paint. And Cornette gets it to go. And the Celtics lead by 12.
Well, when you take it to the rim, good things happen. Sometimes you just got to keep it simple.
Young, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Tatum passes to Cornette. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 5 rebounds tonight. Here is Daniels, guarded by Holiday. And here's Daniels. Okongwu with a screen on Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. The kick out to Young. And the lead is down inside single digits. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Boston making some changes. Zingas, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Jaylen Brown comes in for Al Horford. And it's White in for Pritchard. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Celtics. 17 points was their biggest margin. And they'll get another chance. Porzingis kicks to White. Brown outside. Launches it. That doesn't go either for Brown. Pass to Okongwu. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Okongwu. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Celtics leading by 9. Tatum drives in. And the dunk by Tatum.
Yeah, a lot of strength and power in that Tatum slam.
Time running out for the Hawks. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Shots good from Young.
He has really made an impact from beyond today. That's another triple.
And when you have shooters feeling it from distance, it feels like no lead is safe because points can get put up in a hurry.
Right the pass to Brown. Fires from deep. Atlanta with the rebound. Here's Rizachet. Rebound by Drew Holiday. Outside Tatum. Fires the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Tatum's got 32 points in the game.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Celtics.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
Yeah, and once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Outside Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. That one's not going to go. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Giroux. You know that's a team that wants to go inside. How did you make it hard for them?
I really just feel like we really just packed the paint. Did a good job of doing that. We know they have a lot of paint points, so just being able to keep them out there and try to make it shoot 3. So I think we did a good job.
Yeah, you stuck to the game plan, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now we present the player of the game, Jason Tatum.
PlayStation